Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and Chris Pratt is going to be voicing Garfield. Twitter is furious. Of course they are. They hate Chris Pratt. They want him canceled. Twitter has been trying to cancel Chris Pratt for years, and not only is he voicing Mario in the upcoming Super Mario movie, but it's been announced that he is voicing Garfield, and Twitter, social media, is having a meltdown. Of course they are. Of course they are, because how dare Chris Pratt work? How dare he work? Twitter doesn't like him. He shouldn't be working. He should be working anywhere. Cancel him right now. So we're going to talk about that before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 239,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. Geeky is sitting this one out. She will be back later this afternoon or this evening. She's out and about again. So you're stuck with me. Anyway, Chris Pratt revealed as the new voice of Garfield the cat, and social media reacts to latest casting. We've got the AV Club. Chris Pratt is also now voicing Garfield for some reason. Did Chris Pratt learn nothing from the furious backlash to him playing Super Mario? With news of Chris Pratt's Garfield, we are become Mondays. How dare he work? How dare he work? You know, now, side note, it's kind of funny. People used to make fun of Chris Pratt for being kind of chubby on Parks and Rec, and he's playing Mario and Garfield. Just putting that out there. So let's go to this ridiculous article here. This is Sky News. Chris Pratt revealed as new voice of Garfield the cat as social media reacts to latest casting. It's been revealed that Pratt's next role will be as the cynical cat Garfield in an upcoming animated film, with the announcement coming just weeks after he was named as Mario. 42-year-old American actor is now Hollywood hot property. Not if Twitter has anything to do with it. Taking on lead roles in projects such as Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Jurassic World, and the Lego Movie. On Monday, it was revealed Pratt's next role would be as the fictional cynical cat Garfield in an upcoming animated movie. The announcement comes just weeks after he was named as the new voice of plumber Mario in a film adaptation of the popular video game. Pratt going to Instagram, not to Twitter. I don't blame you, Chris. I don't blame you. However, some social media users have mocked his latest casting, with a number making the same point. Pratt seems to be voicing a lot of animated films in a short space of time. No. The problem is that Twitter hates him. He's a conservative-ish, straight white dude professing Christian, making lots of money in Hollywood. Twitter absolutely hates Chris Pratt, even though he doesn't really say much. He doesn't really say much that any normal person, again, we're talking normal people, we're not talking Twitter, any normal person wouldn't be offended by the things that Chris Pratt says or does. He goes to a church, I guess, that some people don't like, but there are some people out there that don't think anyone should go to any kind of church anywhere. So, there's that. But yeah, as far as I know, he hasn't made any, troubling comments. He hasn't been overly political. In fact, he got blasted for not going to a Biden fundraiser, because he didn't want to get political. People hate him. They hate this guy. They hate that he's successful. He is everything that Twitter hates. All in one package. A successful, straight, white, Christian dude working in Hollywood, getting, choice roles. He's an A-lister. It's not like he's been relegated to the back burner yet. Now, do I think Twitter is going to find a way to get him canceled? Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they've been looking for dirt for years. Will it stick current year? I don't know. Because it does seem like there's some pushback against cancel culture, and as long as he doesn't say stupid shit on social media, he's probably in the clear. I mean, his movies make a bunch of money. He's a very well-liked celebrity overall. Again, not counting Twitter, because Twitter's not the real world. But they're going to keep coming after him until they get him canceled. Just like Gina Carano, just like, they've been trying to cancel Joe Rogan. They're trying to cancel. Now, they do dip in on politics more than Chris Pratt, for sure. But, just him existing is a problem. Anyway, back to this. A Twitter user with the handle Dracula Voice wrote, in the beginning, animated movies starring Chris Pratt were spaced by 24 weeks, then 12, then 6, and then every 2 weeks. The last one with Garfield was a week. In 4 days, we could be seeing new casting announcements every 8 hours until they're coming every 4 minutes. Chris Pratt as Garfield is the biggest miscast since Chris Pratt as Mario, followed up by asking users to place bets on which voice he might be cast for next. New York Times journalist Dave Itzkoff suggested that Pratt's Parks and Rec co-star Nick Offerman, who played Ron Swanson, might have been a better fit, tweeting, "Executive who can't remember Nick Offerman's name, get me the guy from Parks and Rec." Actually, I don't disagree with that. Ron Swanson would be okay. Other executive, okay. They just screwed up. We need to launch a full federal investigation into what kind of dirt Chris Pratt has on Hollywood executives. He makes money. He makes money. And really this is about them not liking Chris Pratt. Because if it were another celebrity that they liked, if it was, Tom Hanks or what I'm saying, like Tom Hanks is Garfield, Tom Hanks is Mario, Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks in a movie about Tom Hanks, directed by Tom Hanks, starring and co-starring Tom Hanks, adapted from a novel by Tom Hanks, they'd be all on board with it. That was basically the Polar Express, wasn't it? That was the Polar Express. Anyway, with news of Chris Pratt's Garfield, we are become Mondays, says Gizmodo. Chris Pratt will voice every character you've ever loved until morale improves or plummets into the ground. From a strictly character perspective, the casting doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Though from we need an agreeable star to get financing and or butts in the seats, it does. Yeah, it's true. He's generally well-liked as an actor, has plenty of big hits and a good amount of talent. Though he has fair share of negative publicity for the beliefs of his church, he's tried to combat that. Plus, he's still getting plenty of work. He's in the Tomorrow War, Jurassic World Domination, etc., etc., etc. But Garfield and Mario, along with Emmett from the Lego Movie and Barley from Onward, yeah, it's weird. I would give him Garfield over Mario. But again, they're sidestepping the real issue. Now, they kind of sort of addressed it on IO9, but the real issue is that Twitter activists absolutely hate Chris Pratt because he is everything that they hate. Never mind that Chris Pratt actually got his start in Hollywood. If I remember correctly, he got a start in Hollywood thanks to a woman of color. I think it was Ray Don Chong. Gave him his first role, I think, if I remember the story correctly. He was like a waiter or something. And yeah, so there you go. It's his white privilege. I don't know. Chris Pratt is now also voicing Garfield for some reason, coming from AV Club. Were we as a society too mean to Chris Pratt? Not in the sense that it was unfair to all of us to collectively decide he's the worst Hollywood Chris, but in the sense that the general negativity we used to express our limited appetite for his whole deal ended up pushing him too far away from very valid criticism. Like if everyone is mean to him about everything, he's just going to ignore all of it rather than pick out the stuff that really matters. Like it's completely ridiculous for you of all people to voice Mario and Garfield. Yeah, maybe this is the studios giving Twitter the middle finger. You know what? If I were an executive and I weren't allowed to vocally come out on some tirade against Twitter and be like, fuck all you people, just fuck all you people. Cause you can't do it, right? Cause you get fired because they would, and I'd just be like, no, you know what? I've got something better. I'm going to go you one better. Chris Pratt in everything, bitches. Chris Pratt in everything. Suck on that. And then we'll just say, oh, it's for financial reasons. It's like, no, we're gonna put so much Chris Pratt out there. You guys aren't gonna be able to stand it. Here we are over a month after the most inexplicable casting decision in the history of acting. Not really. Chris Pratt has landed at the center of another inexplicable casting decision. Reported by The Hollywood Reporter, Pratt will be providing the voice of Garfield in a new animated movie written by David Reynolds and directed by Mark Dindal, the pair behind The Emperor's New Groove. That actually, I'm okay with that. I like The Emperor's New Groove. We don't know anything else about the movie in terms of plot or whether Anya Taylor-Joy will be playing Odie or if Harry Styles will play John Arbuckle. Nothing about it should be particularly surprising now that they've pulled off the Chris Pratt Band-Aid. Bill Murray played Garfield in the last 2 movies. It was so weird because Lorenzo Music played Garfield for years. And he also voiced Bill Murray's character of Peter Venkman in the real Ghostbusters. So it was kind of cool to see Bill Murray come in as Garfield. You know, it was kind of full circle. But yeah, Chris Pratt's kind of a weird choice. A little bit of a weird choice. You know, I agree, but I really think that you're being trolled. I do. They don't mention the outrage. They don't mention the outrage here. I'm sure they do in the comments. Scotty, what has Chris Pratt done? I mean, actually done, because articles like this constantly act as if he's some kind of Louis C.K. figure dodging a well-deserved canceling. But from what I can actually gather, he doesn't seem to have actually done anything cancelable. It seems to be mainly just speculation based on that fundy church he's apparently a member of. And this isn't me being a fanboy. I've not been overly impressed with what I've seen from him. Hell, I'm one of those people who thinks Parks and Rec is kind of overrated. I'd just like to know why I'm supposed to hate him. The church thing, basically. Is he funny or something? I think it's a combination of things. His affiliation with Hillsong, a church accused of everything from anti-LGBTQ hate to being an outright cult. How come, okay, so if that's the case, how come all these Scientologists keep getting work? I mean, Scientology is kind of like an actual cult, right? How come all these Scientologists keep working in Hollywood? He's extremely overexposed. White, muscular guy who mostly turns in one-note performances and yet is inexplicably cast in the lead of every movie. He's got a damn good agent and he makes bank. That's probably that simple. The Mario, now the Garfield thing combines number 2 with a wider issue of using celebrities in voice acting. I would agree with that one. I mean, I was kind of on the fence when they announced the cast of Mario because I'm like, yeah, it's all celebrities. I'd like to see some actual voice actors, you know, do these characters. But really, it's the church thing. It's the fact they don't like him. Twitter doesn't like him. We got to put a stop to Chris Pratt. This guy is dressing like Chris Pratt, not Star-Lord. Chris Pratt played a sexist as fuck character. Take a step back and reevaluate yourself. They're trying to use Chris Pratt to replace Jack Black, and it's not working. It never will. Chris Pratt is erasing every animated Italian. First Mario, now Garfield. Who's next? Has this man ever eaten lasagna? At this rate, Chris Pratt is going to voice Shadow the Hedgehog in the Sonic movies or some shit. Chris Pratt to voice Kusanagi in the upcoming Ghost in the Shell anime. Probably. Breaking news, Chris Pratt has been cast as Markiplier in Five Nights at Freddy's. These are all Chris Pratt. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Funimation is proud to announce Chris Pratt as the new voice of Goku. Chris Pratt is voicing Chris Pratt in the Christ Pratt animated movie. Christ Pratt. That's something new. Actually, you know what would be hilarious is if they had an animated version of Chris Pratt and it wasn't voiced by Chris Pratt because they couldn't afford him, you know, for some reason. Anyway, there it is, guys. Chris Pratt for everything. Oh my God, I would totally be on board with this. Chris Pratt has been cast as Steven Universe in an upcoming Steven Universe movie. Oh, this can't be. Oh, that would be beautiful. Damn it, clickbait. Damn it, clickbait. I would love that. I would love that. I would love this. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.